Hello, this is a short video for my Catechism of St. Ambrose Catholic Church. This is the last lesson plan, so to speak, of this year, and it's very important that we can check, first of all, the dates. So if you're a catechist on Sunday, we only have one more class on April the 3rd. Now, the reason we don't have a class on the 8th is because we have a retreat for adults, and so we're not going to be in town for that. And then on the 17th, instead of having class on the 17th in the morning, we are going to meet at the co-cathedral in the evening. And I'm about to tell you the reason why, okay? Now, that is if you are a catechist on Sunday. If you're a catechist on Wednesdays, we have only two more classes, which is March 30th and then April the 6th. So it's barely time for the last lesson plan on the March 30th. And then on the 6th, sometimes you have a little get-together, a little party type deal. So that's all you have time for, because on the 13th, class will be canceled, or actually exchanged for the visit to the co-cathedral on the 17th. Okay? So now the reason we are doing this is because of the Year of Mercy. And the indulgence that the Holy Father has made available to everyone, to every faithful. So now the last class is about this: what is an indulgence, and how do we, earn it? Now, in this letter, it kind of explains everything that the Holy Father has asked of us for. To be able to get this indulgence. Now, but first, let me explain exactly what's an indulgence. An indulgence is forgiveness of all the sins that have not been forgiven in the confessional, meaning that there are certain things in the confessional that confession does not erase. Now, let me explain. Now, when we sin, we break our relationship with God, and we also cause damage. Now, just imagine that you're before a nice wall, and it is beautiful and shiny and all of that, and then you start hammering nails in that wall, and one nail would be each sin. If you have a lot of those, what are you gonna end up with? A lot of nails on the wall. But then you go to confession. Now remember, every nail is like a sin. Now you go to confession, and the priest removes the nails. Now what are you left with? A lot of holes, a lot of damage. So now confession erases the sin and renews our relationship with God, but it does not take care of the damage we have caused. So that is stuff that we cannot keep accumulating. And even though it's not big enough to take us, to send us to hell, it is of that time, of that, how much of that we live on earth, that's well, depends how long we'll stay in purgatory. So an indulgence is the forgiveness of all those sins, meaning that we would have to be, at least until the day we get this indulgence, we would not have to spend any time in purgatory. So now the Holy Father has said that what he wants right here, he wants a brief pilgrimage to the Holy Door in every cathedral. Now that's the first thing he's asking for. But once we get there, what he's asking is that we also go to the sacrament of reconciliation. Okay, so which means not a quick one, not a regular one. It's do a special intention for this confession, and go as deep as you're able to, prepare as much as you can. So that is two things he's asking, right? A brief pilgrimage, sacrament of reconciliation, then also the sacrament of Holy Eucharist, with a reflection on mercy. It will so what he wants is to to go to one of the Eucharists and thinking about that. Now after that, what he's saying is that everything has to be accompanied by a profession of faith. The creed, okay? The creed is enough, and we will say it during the Mass at the co-cathedral. So the prayer, also the Pope asks that we pray for him. So that is very, very important. So what the Pope says is that if we do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, although he's also asking that we do, acts of mercy, as part of this whole package. So if we do all of this, then we can get our indulgence and also get our indulgence for somebody already deceased. So that's very, very important. Now, the idea for the last class is that you're able to tell your class about these 4 aspects, because on Sunday, the 17th, April 17th, we are going to meet at the Co-Cathedral. We're not going to meet in class, but we are going to meet at the Co-Cathedral, where they will have the opportunity to, walk through the holy doors and to gain this indulgence. Okay? So your job is to kind of get them ready. We will tell also the parents about this, so they will also know what we're talking about. Okay? So that is going to be it. English speakers, we will meet at the Co-Cathedral at 4:30 in the afternoon, because Mass is at 5. And then Spanish speakers will meet at the Co-Cathedral at 6:30, because Mass is at 7. So it's very important that we have our children understand and experience this year of mercy. So thank you so much for everything you do as a catechist. You are you really do a lot of work, and I'm very, very grateful for that. God bless you, and I'll see you soon to start planning the next school year, which, since we are changing publishers, promises to be very exciting. Thank you.